Hey everybody, welcome back to Gabriel Knight, The Beast Within. Okay, let's just get on with it. Alright, so we're here.
Our tour begins in the entry hall. Ludwig II lived from 1845 to 1886. He assumed the Bavarian throne at the age of 18 when his father died. Ludwig's passion was building castles. He built three during his lifetime: Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee, and Neuschwanstein. Plans for a fourth castle, Falkenstein, were underway when he died. In addition to his obsession with building, Ludwig also had a passion for classical heroic German mythology, a taste he shared with the German opera composer Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein is decorated throughout with themes from these stories, most of which directly relate to Wagner's operas.
Oh, this is gonna be a slog, guys. I'm sorry.
I wonder where that door leads.
The closed door leads to the tower, which is not part of the tour. The king was making his way to this very door when he was arrested in 1886.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story.
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the, get all the points I can.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Okay.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde, the tragic love story retold in Wagner's opera. The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1865, and a 20-year-old Ludwig attended. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created. It took 14 woodcarvers 4.5 years to create this room. It was this kind of extravagance that bankrupted the king. In the years before his death, he found it increasingly difficult to find money from any source.
maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
The richly carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building in its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of Bavarian seamstresses. The washstand actually worked by bringing in water from a stream above the castle.
Ludwig sure had a thing for swans.
The richly carved bed, with its canopy, the washstand actually worked by bringing in water from a stream above the castle.
Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would... Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury...
The richly carved bed, with its...
Okay, well, whatever. Maybe I got the points. I don't know.
Ludwig sure had a thing for swans.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
Oh, wait,
Scenes from the opera Scenes from the opera.
Okay, I'm looking for anything else I may have missed. Okay, will you fuck off already? Because you just literally just caused me to have to fucking sit here and wait. Well, particularly, well,
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
or are they blocking the fucking thing? Is that what this is?
Ludwig sure had a thing for swans. Ludwig sure had a thing for swans.
I thought there's like a statue or something. It might be behind this asshole. Ugh. Come on, get the fuck out of the way.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. It was this kind of... You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde, the tragic love story retold in Wagner's opera. The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1860. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created.
Oh, fuck off. Just go away.
4.5 years to create this room. It was this kind of...
Okay, there's no statue there. I don't see a fucking statue. I think there's supposed to be like a statue here, but whatever. Let's just go.
That's an unusual depiction of the Madonna.
This is Ludwig's private chapel. The king was a devout Catholic, as were all of the Wittelsbacher rulers. They supported the Roman Church even when other European countries were dominated by Protestantism. The stained glass window depicts St. Louis receiving the last sacraments.
It's a beautiful crucifix, ivory and gold. It's a beautiful crucifix, ivory. A king saint? I wonder if Ludwig pictured himself that way. Or maybe...
Yeah.
The paintings above the altar depict St. Louis surrounded by the seraphim. An interesting side note. For a period of about a year, the Louis images in all 3 castles were ordered to be covered up with black cloth on the unfathomable whim of the king.
Just so you know, we're about halfway through this part. I'm still kind of annoyed because there's supposed to be a fucking statue somewhere around here.
In the corner is a brown tiled stove with clay figures of Tristan and Isolde.
Okay, was that it? I don't know. 325 out of 679. I think that was it. Not sure.
the miracle of the Grail. This is the king's living room. The walls are decorated with scenes from the Lohengrin saga. The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16, and it so affected him that he considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was his essential loneliness. This too was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes.
Yeah, sorry, that was accidental, but still, I'm freely will admit I'm kind of running out of patience with this.
I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs when the guard's not looking. These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old.
Okay, the guards are really fucking annoying. Because there's like nothing I can do to speed them up, and they just... Okay, yeah, we know all about that one, okay. I can't do anything about them. That's what's so fucking frustrating. It's supposed to be like an exit point here somewhere to go. Okay.
The swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
More swans.
This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone. He believed the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order. It is one of the great ironies of Ludwig's story that the castles that he was thought insane for building are now considered Bavaria's finest treasures. They have paid for their construction many times over.
Will you go fuck yourself, you stupid fucking cunt?
I can almost picture Ludwig in here. I wonder what he really dreamt about in this room.
This is the king's study. Ludwig spent much time at his desk, writing letters, drawing up plans for his projects, and studying his favorite authors. He loved poetry, history, and the classics. In later years, he also studied the occult. What affairs of state he did reluctantly attend to were generally attended to alone at his desk and writing. His reluctance to meet with his heads of state and perform the duties of the king were one of the reasons for the charges brought against him in 1886. But Ludwig dreamt of true kingship and a true monarchy, and the small powers left to him after Bavaria succeeded power to Prussia only incited his disdain and frustration.
Yeah, sorry, I have to do this to basically advance the storyline. This is the worst.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser saga in the Wartburg castle. The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle. The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga
I wonder why he was studying the occult before he died.
Because he's a fucking werewolf. Haven't you picked that one up?
I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
The hunters track down Engelhard and Hildegunde. Engelhard courts Hildegunde. Engelhard and the blacksmith.
There must be a story behind these wolf paintings, but what story?
This is the final room of our tour, the Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings. The original paintings were from the Parsifal saga, but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the description and titles of the new paintings himself.
Nice view of the Alps.
Ludwig's childhood castle, Hohenschwangau, is visible from the lookout in the Singers' Hall.
I think that is it. I might have missed the statue, but I don't know. We will find out, I suppose. Okay, yeah, we'll just make a new one. It wouldn't let me back out of the save thing, so... Okay, so it's good. We got everything. Alright, so it all counts. Excellent. Okay, so Beirut. God, that only took 20 minutes to get through all that shit, but oh, it felt like a fucking eternity.
Have you ever heard about the wolf panels in the Singers' Hall at Neuschwanstein?
Did my brother send you here?
No?
Probably not. It's only the letter to the conductor, the wolf panels. Oh, my brother thinks I am crazy because of all my theories.
What theories?
This is Quatsch. If there was a lost opera, a lost Wagner opera, and if one could find it, to a conductor, this would be like finding King Tut's tomb. But people have looked for it before. If it ever existed, it is gone forever. My brother says I waste my time even thinking about it.
I'm curious. Is there any other information that points to the lost opera besides Ludwig's letter and the wolf panels?
It's nothing. I'm not even supposed to have seen it. You see, my brother says that Wagner was too egotistical to have produced a lost opera. If he was working on something new, every person in Bayreuth would have heard about it. On the other hand, it was in Ludwig's character to have wanted a private opera.
But it wouldn't have been private. Ludwig's letter shows he intended it to be played in Munich.
Yes, but that it would get so far without Wagner telling others? Why keep it a secret?
Maybe there was a very good reason for secrecy.
For example?
Like... Never mind.
Okay, so we're done getting what information we can out of here. Alright, Rittersburg then. So basically all that bullshit in the museum was more or less just introduce the idea of Wagner's secret opera or whatever the fuck.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
Gerda?
Yes?
Gerda, do you have any idea where I could get a government research permit? I don't have time for a lot of red tape.
You should ask Herr Übergrau. He can maybe get such things very fast.
You think? I was gonna write Gabriel today anyway.
Okay, well, that was useless.
I should get a letter off to Gabriel. I need to include a note to Übergrau about the research permit. I'm not sure what other case books would be relevant.
Okay, so that ain't it. Supposed to make a fucking phone call too, so.
I don't have anything to talk to Herr Dahlmeier about at the moment.
There we go.
Hallo? Bertel München.
Hi, I have a book of yours on Ludwig II. The author's name is Sir Richmond Chapel.
Yes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm doing some research on Ludwig, and I was hoping you could get me in contact with the author.
I'm afraid Sir Richmond Chapel is deceased.
Oh.
However, his son is living.
Oh. Well, is there any way you can put me in touch with him?
And who are you doing this research for?
Well, I'm working with Professor Barkley from Yale University.
All right. Thomas Chapel's number in England is 41 20 555 771.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.
Chapel residence?
Hi, my name is Grace Nakamura. I'm calling from Rittersburg, Germany. Is Thomas Chapel there, please?
Speaking. What may I do for you, Miss Nakamura?
This is gonna sound crazy, but I have a copy of your father's biography on Ludwig II. I understand he had access to Ludwig's diary.
Yes.
Well, I'm not even sure. He didn't make a copy of it or anything, did he? Or perhaps he took good notes?
He wrote down a complete translation in English. He said he couldn't make headway with the German version. Ludwig's handwriting was rather brogue, you know.
He wrote down an English translation. Do you still have it?
Well, unfortunately, my father was allowed to see the diary only on the grounds that he wouldn't publish the entire work. I can't let you see it. Have you tried contacting the National Archive?
No, I don't have the kinds of connections your father did, or the time.
That's unfortunate, but I really cannot let it out of my hands.
I understand. It was just a shot in the dark.
Very well. The best of luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chapel.
Okay, so taking care of that. So we know there's an English version of the diary. Just have to get access to it somehow.
I don't have anything to say to Herr Huber at the moment. I don't have anything to say to Herr Huber at the moment. King Ludwig the...
Okay, well, I guess I must have exhausted all topics with them, too, because they ain't showing up, so...
Gibt's das denn, die Lilien blühen schon?
Sehr schön.
Ja, aber es ist doch noch so kalt. Für Sie ein Geschenk von der Madonna.
Oh no.
Nehmen Sie sie ruhig. Heute Nacht wird es kalt und sie wird sowieso erfrieren.
Thank you.
Yeah, this chapter is almost done. What we're about to go do is kind of important to that.
I'm trying to figure out what you want me to do. But I need more information to work with. If you can send any my way, I'd appreciate it.
Saw Ludwig's face for a second. He's having a what the fuck moment. Oh, I need to go mail that letter too.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakimura.
Grüß Gott. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Nein, leider nicht. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Kann ich diesen Brief versenden?
Ja, 3 Mark bitte.
Nein, danke.
Okay.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back. Good. I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now.
Okay, supposed to get something happening here.
At least I have the...
Okay, so what the fuck did I miss here?
I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
I hate this museum stuff. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the biggest, worst decision they've ever made on this.
They certainly make an... They certainly...
She's beautiful. Elizabeth of Austria.
One of Ludwig's few...
Ludwig...
Damn it.
Looks like it weighs a ton. Ludwig's
Signets and sash pins from the Order of the Knights of St. George.
I wonder if these pins have any symbolic meaning.
Ludwig is Grandmaster.
Ludwig, Grandmaster. There's got... Ludwig and Wagner.
July. Ludwig is offered a crown.
Even after Wagner.
26 July.
Ludwig is Prince Charming. He played the...
Okay, does this bitch have anything else to say?
I don't have anything to say to her.
Okay. Well, what the fuck else do you want from me? Fuck you.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back. Good.
Yeah, I'm almost out of time here, so I'm trying to hurry it up, but things ain't working out too good right at the moment.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Okay, I think that's everything.
Danke.
Whatever, go away.
Hi. We just had a phone call. It was Frau Gelder at the post office. She said a fax came in for you there.
Really? I wonder what it was.
Maybe it's from Gabriel.
Don't hold your breath.
They could have given it to me down there, but I guess you have to trigger all the events. But still annoying. I have to walk all the way back down here.
Hallo, Frau Gilde. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Ja, ein Fax. Ein sehr langes Fax. Das ist aber nicht vom Schattenjäger.
Ist okay. Dankeschön.
Thomas Chapel. Oh.
11th June 1872. Louis has 11th June 1872. Louis has convinced me to think matters through more thoroughly before I act. A trip it shall be then, to Shahin. It shall not alter my purpose, I feel, nor shall his compelling. The treaty is the ruin of my beloved Bavaria, and must be taken to task. 3rd July 1872. The pain gets so bad, I cannot hold a pen to write, but the horror is far worse than the pain. He says it was an accident, says that we can truly be one now, that it is a great adventure. I believe him 1 minute, and the next I can feel the flames of hell upon my heels. May God have mercy on my soul. 5th January 1874. By the power of Mary, Mother of God, I swear to refrain from the ultimate sin and to remain steadfast in my flesh, sworn by the power of the lily, Eleanor. 30th August 1879. I will not falter, but will remain true. No matter the torment or longing, I will not yield. I will control the process. God grant me strength and will. By the grace and power of the monarchy and its allegiance. De Paul Leroy, Eleanor. 30th August 1879. I will not falter. 10th September 1880. It is all finished. Elizabeth warned me, and I discovered the truth at last. O most venomous viper at my very bosom! O lowest of the least worthy who ever breathed! My Judas, my devil! If I could tear my heart out and fling it after him in the dirt, I would. 12th December 1880. He continues to come, the devil. I will never look upon his hideous face again. He is afraid I will tell, and I might. To destroy him, I might. When I think of the accident, now that things are clear, I wonder, was it truly an accident, or was it the plot to kill me? If so, why did he not complete it then, instead of putting me in this torment? Could he have hated me so? I wish to God he had simply ended it there. 12th December 18...
No, turn.
10th June 1881. Terror. Rapture. During W's music tonight, I felt a pulling. The horror nearly came upon me right there. Then the music turned, and it was gone. What can it mean? I must confide in the great friend. Perhaps he will know what has happened.
3 more pages.
2nd August 1882. The experiments go better and better. W has proved as loyal and determined as ever I believed he would be in a matter of my salvation. He says he has the formula now. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to draw up the diagram for the crystals. Can it truly end? I scarce dare to hope. April 1883. The great friend is dead. How unjust that he should be taken from me now. Where is my chance at salvation? Why has God condemned me twice? April 1880. 10th October 1885. There must be made clear funds for the crystals. Lies. Everyone lies. My own servants. What must I do? Must I sell one of my beloved castles? The crystals must be made. I grow daily less able to control my own will. How long will I be able to resist the ultimate sin? And the music is worthless without the device. Time is running out. The crystals must be made.
Okay, so yeah. I know where we gotta take this. We're just gonna take it real quick, and that should close this chapter out.
Have you heard of Ludwig's diary?
Yes, but no one is allowed to see it.
It just so happens that I have a copy of an English translation right here. There's something I wanted to show you. Read this one.
August 1882. The experiments go better and better. Faye has proved as loyal and determined as ever. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to make up the diagram for the crystal. My God! Wait, I want to show you something. I am not supposed to have looked at this myself, but I am here alone all day, so...
July 1881. Richard returned from his meeting with the king. Never have I seen him so pale. I was concerned for his heart. He would not speak with me, but immediately shut himself up in his study and started working on a new project. He will not tell me the first thing about it. He will only say that it was time he repaid his king. It confirms Ludwig's diary. He wasn't crazy.
Yes, but Ludwig says that the opera was completed. Imagine that, completed. There's something else.
August 1882. We had a messenger tonight from the king. He brought a letter which Richard burnt. I did manage to see a bit of it. It said something about a great night in Munich and that it would be Richard's supreme triumph and someone else's destruction. Ludwig then wrote that even though he himself would probably die, his immortal soul would be freed thanks to Richard. I worry for poor Ludwig and for us. Where will we be if his madness continues? Surely someone will put an end to it. Wow.
There's one more.
May 1883. I sent Richard's sealed package to the king, as he instructed moments before he closed his eyes forever. I could not even bring myself to care what was in it. What could it matter now? Whatever it is, I hope it brings the king good memories of Richard. He did so much for my beloved.
The package.
So, the Lost Opera, and it has something to do with werewolves.
She sounds delightful. I'd love to meet her.
Oh, she's a hoot, all right. Just pretend you don't have a penis around and you'll be fine. Got this inborn need to rip them off.
Now I'm really intrigued.
This one time, I'd gone off to this, well, party, you might say. And it was getting a bit hairy. Well, Gracie...
Oh. Detta. Kom här, Kleine. Detta does not speak English, but then she has her own methods of communication.
I should leave you two kids alone.
Oh, don't be silly.
Freezer, I can't just take your date.
Why not? I didn't expect her tonight. And for some reason I don't find myself in that mood. Besides, from what you've told me, you live like a monk down south at that castle. Your body needs some attention. Detta. Tagga in sein Schlafzimmer.
So we're at 374 out of 679. So yeah, past the halfway point. So Gabriel got himself some. Or he's getting himself some. Well, this is like a flashback to the night before. Or something. I don't fucking know at this point. At least he's still got his medal on him. Okay, we get it. He got laid. Moving on. And he knows what he is. Yep, this is gonna be festive. Alright, let's get on with it here. Come on. This is running long. I don't really need a long and pointlessly dragged out cutscene here. Oh, God. At least I don't have to talk to him, thank God. Come on. Alrighty. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it right here, drop a save, and that's it for today, guys. Obviously, next time we'll be continuing as Gabriel and going on a hunting trip. So anyway, guys, I will see you next time.